I've always had a rebellious streak, a part of me that refused to accept things the way they were. From a young age, I could see the bitterness, anger, and frustration in the world around me, and it left a lasting impact. I became more focused on what I didn't want to be, rather than what I wanted to become. While it's normal for a child to look to their environment for safety and belonging, this way of living had a deep effect on me that I wasn't fully aware of at the time. Unintentionally, I created an image of what was good and bad, but it was based on appearances rather than substance. I was so caught up in looking the part, being who I thought others needed me to be, that I lost sight of who I really was. Have you ever found yourself in that position? Trying to hold everything together, being the strong one for everyone around you, while inside, you feel completely lost? Like many of us, I became the caretaker, the Superman in my relationships, creating environments where others felt safe, loved, and embraced. But in doing so, I became disconnected from myself. My external successes, how people perceived me, became my gauge of worth. Yet, no matter how much I achieved, the foundation of my own life was shaky because it wasn't rooted in authenticity. My confidence was surface level. The knowledge I'd gained over the years had never been tested in the real fires of life. And eventually, my carefully constructed world began to crumble. I hit rock bottom. Maybe you can relate to that. Perhaps you've built a life that looks great on the outside, but feels empty on the inside. Maybe you're waiting for that inevitable crash, or you've already been there, wondering how to pick up the pieces. Hitting rock bottom is often seen as the worst thing that can happen. But for me, it was a blessing in disguise. The life I had been living, the constant drive to prove myself and make others feel safe, was unsustainable. My mind and body were sending out distress signals, but I didn't have the tools to understand what was really happening. I sought help in the ways that most of us are told to: therapy, peer support groups, medications. But none of these addressed the root cause. They were treating the symptoms, my anxiety, depression, and the physical toll of my stress, but not the deeper issue. I was slowly dying inside, and my soul was crying out for attention. If this sounds familiar, if you've tried everything and still feel like something is missing, I want you to know that there's more to the story. The discomfort you're feeling may be the very thing trying to wake you up, calling you to real healing. The awakening, rebuilding from within. My journey to healing didn't come from the outside, it came from within. It took time, years of study, deep reflection, and spiritual exploration to piece together the puzzle of my life. I had to confront hard truths about myself, my past, and the ways I had been living. But this inner work allowed me to rebuild my life on a foundation of authenticity, alignment, and wholeness. And here's the most important part. You can do this too. We live in a world that conditions us to conform, to fit into molds that don't necessarily reflect who we truly are. We're taught to be acceptable according to the rules of family, society, and culture, even when that means silencing our own inner voices. But the truth is, every one of us is unique, and that uniqueness is our greatest strength. If you've been struggling with feelings of disconnection, anxiety, depression, or simply feeling like you're not living the life you're meant to live, I invite you to explore the possibility that this is your soul's way of asking you to wake up. An invitation to heal. Maybe you've been fighting your way through life, pushing harder and harder, but nothing seems to change. Perhaps you found yourself stuck in repetitive cycles, different situations, same underlying themes. It could be substance abuse, toxic relationships, or feelings of inadequacy that seem to follow you wherever you go. But what if there's a different way? What if instead of fighting, you allowed yourself to slow down, to truly look within, and to discover the wisdom that's been waiting for you all along? The truth is, healing doesn't come from external fixes. It comes from reconnecting with your inner self, your true identity. It's about understanding that the void inside you is not something to be feared, but something to be explored with compassion, patience, and courage. In my journey, I've learned that healing is possible for everyone. You can rediscover who you truly are, shed the layers of conditioning that no longer serve you, and create a life that is aligned with your highest purpose. Call to action, your next step. If any part of my story resonates with you, if you've ever felt lost, disconnected, or unsure of who you really are, I encourage you to take the first step toward your own healing journey. You don't have to do it alone. I offer personalized services designed to help you navigate this process of self-discovery and transformation, whether you're dealing with trauma, grief, or simply searching for more meaning in your life. Together, we can explore the spiritual and emotional aspects that traditional approaches often overlook, guiding you toward true wholeness. For a limited time, I am presently offering 25% off 90-minute and 2-hour one-on-one personal transformation guidance sessions. I invite you to take advantage of these offers so that together we'll uncover the layers of your unique experience, tap into your inner wisdom, and create a life that feels deeply aligned with who you truly are. You don't have to stay stuck. The path to healing is available, and it starts with a single step. Will you take it?